Lands Council's annual meeting here in Great Montana. And what a turnout of public lands ranchers from near and far, agency personnel, and even a few ag media folks like Lane Nordland and I. We've had a great time here in Great Falls for sure. And with us on today's program is the Public Lands Council's Vice President, all the way in town from Rawlins, Wyoming, Nels Hansen. And let's start things off, Nels, just talking about the importance of the annual meeting and really some of the things that you accomplish here each year.
You know, this is a real opportunity for the people in the deal with federal lands to come together to share thoughts and ideas and problems because it's such a broad area we cover, you know, nationwide here, that what fits in Rawlins, Wyoming doesn't necessarily fit in Montana, and it darn sure doesn't fit in California. So we got to have an opportunity to come together, have a meeting at the mines. That's what we're doing here this week.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's some 22,000 federal lands ranchers out here in the West, folks like you that depend on these federal grazing allotments, whether they're BLM or U.S. Forest Service allotments, to make their living. And just talk about the importance of still being able to be out there on these federal lands.
It's key, as everybody in the West understands, that the use of the federal lands is the only way these ranches can survive. Because of the way they were homesteaded, the way they were established back in the 1800s, early 1900s, we have to have the federal permits in order to survive. So it's the life and breath of this area.
We appreciate you taking a little bit of time for us today to talk about some of these public lands issues that are impacting federal lands ranchers from states like Montana and Wyoming and elsewhere across the West. Don't go away. We're going to continue our discussion with Nels Hansen right after this.
Get ready for fall with this exclusive Cooper Tire offer only from Tire-Rama. Buy a set of qualifying Cooper tires between September 9th and October 19th and receive up to a $100 rebate instantly. Choose from a wide selection of Cooper tires, including the Discoverer SRX, ST Max, STT Pro, and AT3 line, as well as a highly rated CS5. Roll into fall with a new set of Coopers and an extra $100 in your pocket. Visit your neighborhood Tire-Rama or TireRama.com today for more details.
Roots, they anchor CHS to Montana. CHS is your partner for feed, for fuel, for agronomy, for grain. CHS is the largest agricultural cooperative in the world. CHS leads because our owners know this land and know how to make the most of this modern farming world. CHS is your cooperative. CHS, creating connections to empower agriculture.
Continuing our discussion today with Nels Hansen, the Public Lands Council's Vice President from Rawlins, Wyoming, talking about their annual meeting underway here in Great Falls, Montana. Let's talk now about some of those key issues that the PLC is working on behalf of federal lands ranchers like yourself and the 22,000 or so others. One certainly has to be the Endangered Species Act.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and that's key to everybody. It affects nationwide, private property, federal property, it doesn't matter. And fortunately, the Public Lands Council has got some key people in there that's well versed in it and right in the middle of the fray. And we're making some headway, getting things turned around, getting a little bit of sanity brought into the regulations with the ESA finally.
And finally, you know, these livestock like cattle and sheep aren't the only things out there on these federal lands. We're dealing with a lot of wild horses as well.
Yeah, you know, I really hated to go there, but we do. It's a problem, and it's really critical right now. We're at a point where we have to get some serious relief, or the range is going to pay the price, and it will be irreparable in our lifetimes.
Absolutely. Well, we certainly have our fair share of wild horses out here in Montana and Wyoming and elsewhere across the West. We certainly appreciate Nels Hansen and all the federal lands ranchers and the agency personnel for coming out to Big Sky Country for the Public Lands Council's 2019 annual meeting. And for more information about the PLC and what it can do for you, just visit them online at publiclandscouncil.org. That does it from Great Falls. Have a great day.